Hello again, everybody. How y'all doing? It's your boy Mike D, aka DE80, aka 13th Wonder of the World, aka Mike DZ, back once again with part two of the point of view here on February 29th, Leap Day 2024. Again, shout out to the Point Place family. Shout out to Bobby Reezy, M Breezy, Naya, my sister. I love all y'all. Thank you for listening to me on the point of view on this Thursday. Happy Thursday. We know that we're about to go into the month of March starting tomorrow on Friday. And it's also the month of the women's. So, women, that's women's, the month for the women. So we're going to respect that as well. They usually have the March of Dimes in the month of March, as well as Easter will be taking place in March, as well as St. Patrick's Day as well is in March. So March is going to be a big month as well. And I want everybody to be safe and sound and enjoy the month of March. But right now we're still in February, folks, and I want to give a shout out to the month of February. Now, don't get me wrong, Mardi Gras, President's Day, George Washington's birthday, Valentine's Day, Mardi Gras, all that took place in the month of February. And also, it was Black History Month. So, Black History Month is February. Um, and, we get that month, us as, African Americans. We get to celebrate that month for all that our fellow African Americans have done for the communities and for the world. I was looking at something yesterday and I saw a lot, not yesterday, but Tuesday, I saw how they had black people had invented a lot of things from like hair dryers to, you know, I think a wheelbarrow was invented by a black man. I can't remember most of it, but it was a lot of stuff I seen on that paper. And it was great to see that. And as good as Malcolm, as good as Obama, as good as Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King, Garvey, you know, Colin Powell, Jesse Jackson, guys that had Reverend Al Sharpton, guys have made an impact in communities and, impact with their words. Um, Guys like Michael Jackson, who was a great artist, a great musician. And I don't want to discount nobody, to temptate nobody in the art of music, things like that, as well as basketball, of course. The great Bill Russell, Dr. J. Kareem, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, Scottie Pippen. I don't want to discount none of those guys. Tim Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaq. I don't want to discount any of these guys. Football, Patrick Mahomes, Doug Williams, Russell Wilson, baseball, Barry Bonds, even though he doesn't get the recognition because of what he did. But Barry Bonds was a great hitter. Andre Dawson, Ken Griffey Jr., Deion Sanders in football and, baseball, as well as Bo Jackson, who also was a two-sport player, things like that. I just want to give to all our black people, as well as the women, Venus Serena Williams, Coco Gauff, who's doing her thing, the little Richardson girl. I don't know. I can't. Shakara Richardson. I'm going to stop saying the little girl. Francis Tifo, all these guys, all these people that have done, Arthur Ashe, done something for sports, Tiger Woods, people like that, guys like that has made a difference in sports and, all type of entertainment value. But today I want to talk about the black male and female wrestlers who've all paved the way for the business, and some of them that are paying the way right now, but for those that have already paved the way. Man, this list is so long, and I'm going to get to the females too, but I just want to thank these guys for what they've done in the business of wrestling. First, I'm going to start off because this list is long, and if you hear me flipping the pages, then that's because I had to write all this down. The Rock, Roman Reigns, The Usos, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tongan Kid's son as well, Bobby Lashley, Booker T, Junkyard Dog, rest in peace, Devon Dudley, rest in peace to Bobo Zeal, rest in peace Ernie Ladd, Mark Henry, MVP, Shelton Benjamin, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, Big E. Hopefully he comes back soon. I know he's still kind of on the injured reserve because of his neck. Hopefully he'll be back. R-Truth. Let me stop right there and talk about R-Truth for a minute. I know I didn't talk about Rock and Roman Reigns, but I want to talk about R-Truth because this what I want to talk about has nothing to do with what he's done in WWE. Although he's done a lot of great things in WWE. But R-Truth, I believe that R-Truth was the first ever NWA TNA Black World Champion, if I'm not mistaken. So shout out to R-Truth for that achievement. He's been a world champion before. Swerve Strickland, who I hope will become the first ever black AEW world champion this coming Saturday. I'm hoping that he wins. And shout out to Swerve. Keith Lee, Lee Johnson, the first ever black NWA WCW world champion, Ron Simmons, a.k.a. Farouk, The Godfather, D'Lo Brown, Coco Beware, The Gangsters, which is New Jack, rest in peace to New Jack, and Mustafa. I think S.T. Jones has passed. R.I.P. to Bad News Brown, Kamala, Jay Lethal, Maven, Rikishi, rest in peace to Superfly, Jimmy Snuka, Mello and Trick. Of course, they're beefing right now in the business, but they are a part of history as well. Rest in peace to Rosie, which was Roman Reigns' brother. Rest in peace to Umaga, which was also Roman Reigns' cousin. Yokozuna, Crime Time, Shaq Gasper, rest in peace to him. JTG, Street Profits, Montez and Angelo Dawkins, Reggie, Out of the Mud, and I'll talk about Jada Parker when it comes down to the girls section, to the women's section, excuse me. Hacksaw Butch Reed, I remember him. He was good in the ring. Chris Bay, Iceman King Parsons. I don't know if he's still living or not, but I remember him from WCCW, the Von Erichs. Cedric Alexander, Adonis, AJ Francis, which is Top Dollar, Norman Smiley, Ernie the Cat Miller. Excuse me, I want to say that. I'm the greatest. I want to say that again. Ernest the Cat Miller, Brickhouse Brown, I think he's still living. Apollo Crews, Brian Keefe, Rich Swan, Leon Ruff, Willie Mack, rest in peace to Virgil, who just passed. The Acclaim, Castor and Bowens, Teddy Long, one of the greatest managers, as well as one of the greatest referees, and as well as one of the greatest general managers in wrestling history. Former NFL champion Monty Brown, who was in not AEW, but in TNA, and then came to WWE. The Pope Elijah Burke, Too Cold Scorpio, excuse me. Too Cold Scorpio. I think he still wrestles every now and then. A.R. Fox, Will Hobbs, Stokely Hathaway, Prince Nada. I don't want to forget about him. Orlando Jordan, Jason Jordan, Odyssey Jones, Wesley, Top Flight, which is Darius, the Martin brothers, Titus O'Neil, Darren Young, Sim Snooker, Ricky Starks, Leo Rush, Shane Taylor, Damian Kemp, excuse me, let me say that again. Damian Kemp, Gable Stevenson, Byron Saxton, excuse me, Elix Skipper, Ahmed Johnson, Abraham Washington, Omos, Obi Finney, Tony Atlas, rest in peace to Soul Man, Rocky Johnson, The Rock's dad, Peter Maivia, The Barbarian, Ming, The Wild Samoans. I don't want to overlook anybody in the list. If I forgot somebody give me a feedback and let me know who I forgot to talk about in there. Kenny King is a guy that I forgot about. Kenny King's also in the mix as well. I don't want to look over Kenny King because Kenny King did have a great run in the business. He's still in the business. He's in Ring of Honor right now. I want to give a shout out to them. That's all I can remember off the top of my head. And I know I'm going to miss a lot of these black women wrestlers, but I want to give you the ones that I know and say thank you to the women for what they've done for the business. Like I said, Jada Parker's one, Bianca Belair, Ava, The Rock's daughter, Kalani Jordan, Lash Legend, Jakar Jackson, Sasha Banks, Jade Cargill, Red Velvet, Daphne. I guess you guys don't know who that is. She's from NWA Power, if I'm not mistaken. Nyla Rose, Willa Nightingale, Naomi, Jazz, Mia Yim, excuse me, Tasha Steele, which is my girl, Big Swole was also my girl, Tamina Snooker, Samantha Evans, Brandy Rose, Nia Jax, Kira Hogan, Queen Amata, Athena, Alicia Fox, Ethel Johnson, which was the first black women's champion. Ethel Johnson, rest in peace to her. But yes, you guys didn't know I knew about that one there. There's a lot of girls that I think Nydia won. Linda Miles, that's another one. That's another two, I think. Alicia Fox, I've already said her sister. Her sister was also a wrestler at one time. I don't know too many off the top of my dome right now, but I said Naomi. I forgot about Cameron. Cameron was also one a girl that started, and also Brodus Clay as well as one of the black African American wrestlers as well. I just want to give my props to all of them that, I just want to say thank you. I know, and for the ones that I did not remember and didn't name, thank you as well for all your contributions for the business of wrestling. You are, what I'm saying, in there. You are recognized, even if you're recognized by me. I just want you to know that we appreciate everything that you all do for the business. It's just that plain and simple. I respect all that you guys did for the business. All that you did for the business. I respect it to the fullness. There's no lie about that. You guys have paid the wave. Miss Jacqueline. I forgot about putting Miss Jacqueline on the list. I forgot about her. Miss Jackie, she should be on this list. She is on this list. I just didn't call her out. But Miss Jacqueline was also a trailblazer in the business of professional wrestling as well. So, I don't want to look past her as well. When I know she did what she's supposed to do. B-Fab, shout out to B-Fab. B-Fab's also a trailblazer as well. And Reverend Slick, I forgot about him. Reverend Slick was also a guy that was a part of the business as well as wrestling. So he's in there as well. Um, and I just want to give everybody their flowers. The Boogeyman, he's also on the list. Shout out to the Boogeyman. He's also a brother. I want to just put, don't forget about everybody that's, paved the way for the business. And that's all I got for that part of this point of view. Just wanted to give a shout out to all of the black WWE wrestlers, as well as female wrestlers as well, that's paved the way for the business. They get a huge congratulations from me, as not just because it's the end of Black History Month, but also because they are very respected for what they do. You know. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to know, do you want me to keep going on with this point of view? Because I could go straight into the next topic, the next straight podcast from here if you want me to. And I will, because this one is about my boy LeBron James and his top 10 finals greatest games. Not playoffs, but NBA final games. Yeah. And I think we're going to go into it. And I will be done with this within the next 15 or 20 minutes. Wow. Got the energy, huh? Got the energy going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Talking about last night's great LeBron game. It was a great game he had against the Clippers. Was able to come back from 21 points down and beat the Clippers. He's only 40 points away from scoring 40,000. I think he will get it either the next game, which I think is against the Wizards, and the Saturday night game against the Clippers, which they will play probably Friday and then play again Saturday. I think he's going to break that record in that game. Or he could prolong it and just put two 20-point games up, or just go 15 and 25. Or he could just score 10 points the next game and just wait till a 40 game comes in the fourth game. I don't know what he's going to do, but it's great to see him do that. These are my top NBA final games that LeBron James has won, and it's not, and let me tell you something, the games that he had in his first year, he went to the finals, the first time he went against the Spurs, are not on this list because they got swept. But number 10 will be the game, the Lakers against the Heat in the 2020 finals, where Jimmy Butler and LeBron went on a scoring spree. I think LeBron had like 40 in that game or something like that, 30, something like that. But Jimmy Butler had outplayed LeBron, but it was a great game because the Heat won that game to stay alive in the series to make it a 3-2, lead. But they were playing in the pandemic, but it was a great game in my book. These are my favorite finals games of LeBron. It was a great game. And before I go to number 9, let me go back to the honorable mention. Honorable mention was game 2 of the 2014 NBA Finals, where not the Lakers, where the Miami Heat tied the series up 1-1 against the Spurs. They played hard in that game. LeBron had an okay game in that game. But it was the grit of Wade and Bosh, along with LeBron, that helped them win that game to even the series up 1-1. But after that, the Spurs just went on a killing spree and beat us to the ground. But that's an honorable mention. Number 9, Miami versus OKC in the 2012 NBA Finals. LeBron was unstoppable in that game, folks. Very unstoppable. Kevin Durant was there. James Harden was there. Westbrook was there. KP, Kendrick Perkins, was there. Serge Ibaka was there. Derek Fisher was there. They could not do nothing against LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Shane Battier, and all those boys. Couldn't do nothing with them. Nothing. Couldn't stop them. The Heat was on a mission. On a mission. And the Heat won that game, and Game 5 was when they won the NBA championship. Let's go to the next one. Number 8. This is painful, but I'm going to talk about it because he had one of the greatest games in this, and this was the worst game that I watched on TV that night. The Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Golden State Warriors 2018 Game 1 NBA Finals. We may not have won no other game in that series, but we should have won Game 1 that year, that season, that final series. Because I'm going to tell you why. LeBron James put up 50 points in a losing effort. In a losing effort, they won. They took the game to overtime. J.R. Smith got the rebound, and guess what he did? Instead of him calling timeout, he goes to fire the ball back up. George Hill missed the shot. J.R. Smith got the rebound. Why not call a timeout? You had another chance to advance the ball. You had another chance to win the game. Bonehead move by J.R. Smith, but he got rewarded because he won another championship in 2020 being a guy on the bench. But LeBron had 50 points in that game and they lost. And that was painful for me to see, and that was painful for me to watch. And the Warriors went on and swept us that year, 4-0. Number 7, Heat and Lakers 2020 NBA Finals Game 6. This is where Anthony Davis got his first championship. This is where Kyle Kuzma got his first championship. This is where Dwight Howard got his first championship. This is where Rondo became a guy to win a championship with the Lakers and the Celtics. And shout out to Rondo. I hope everything goes right with him. I hope that, whatever he has going on, I hope that God help him deal with what he's got going on. And I hope that he can, become a better person or whatever he's got going on. I hope God help him through his situation. But if you go back there, Caldwell Pope had just won his first championship. Not only that, you saw guys like THT win a championship, Caruso win a championship. So that was best for business with that there. They won a championship. LeBron played great in that finals. AD played great in that finals. Anthony Davis gets his first championship. The Lakers were on one, even though it was a bubble. They still were able to get the job done. And that's where LeBron James won his 4th Finals MVP in that series there. The Lakers and the Heat, Game 6. Cleveland versus Golden State is number 6. Game 2 of the 2014-15 NBA Finals. Man, the Lakers played, not the Lakers, the Cavs played hard in that game. They were able to take it to overtime, and Matthew Dellavedova was the winner of that game, but LeBron James played hard in that game, went into Oracle and won that game. But as you know, they had went up 2-1 against the Warriors, and this was without Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving. Remember, Kyrie Irving got hurt in Game 1 of the Finals, and he couldn't play anymore. So they had to go with Dellavedova as a guy that was out there helping LeBron do what he had to do. But they were just outmatched against the Warriors. The Warriors were not able, were the Cavs were not able to stop the Warriors, and the Warriors went on to win that championship in 6. And that was what it was, you know. That that was exactly what the problem was for them that year when they won that. Number 5, Cleveland versus Golden State 2016 NBA Finals, Game 5. In that game there, LeBron James and Kyrie Irving scored 40-something points, and they went into Golden State, and beat the Warriors. They beat the Warriors twice to win the championship in Golden State. But this game here, they were down 3-1. And they went to Golden State because Golden State was supposed to have won this championship that night. But LeBron James and Kyrie and Kevin Love and Tristan Thompson and all those boys, they said, we're going to go into this building and we're going to beat this team, this 73-9 team, and we're going to prove to them that we are not going to give up our championship. And that's our chance at the championship. And that's exactly what they did. LeBron played great. Like I said, him and Kyrie went for over 40 piece on Clay and Steph. And they won that game like that. And I think that's the game where Draymond Green got suspended. So you'll see what else I'm talking about here in a minute with this. Also, number 4, Miami versus Spurs, 2013 Game 7. Now, I know a lot of people want to talk about Game 6 where Ray Allen hit the three-pointer and all that. That was a great move and a great way, and that's a great game because the Spurs had the Heat beat. They were like 28 seconds, 48 seconds away, 28 seconds away from getting the championship, and it all went sour for them. So, yes, but Game 7 is where LeBron James took over and started hitting jump shots. And he was hitting his jump shots, and he closed out the San Antonio Spurs that year to win the NBA championship. And that's exactly what happened. So that's one of LeBron's top greatest final games to me. You know, that's number 4. Number 3 is Game 2 of the 2012 NBA Finals, where the Heat played OKC in Oklahoma City, and LeBron James and them came back and beat Kevin Durant in Game 2 to tie the series at 1. It was a great game of his because he was pushing and pushing and pushing, as well as the rest of the Heat were pushing and pushing and pushing, and they were able to push to win the NBA championship and to win that game. Not only that, ladies and gentlemen, there's no Dallas Mavericks games on here when they lost to Dallas in the NBA Finals. That's not on here because I didn't consider none of those the greatest games. You know. And speaking of Game 6 of the 2013 NBA Finals, it's high up there. Everybody knows what happened in that game. That's self-explanatory. Ray Allen hit the three-pointer, things like that. I said that I wasn't going to talk about it, but it's on the list. And with him hitting that three-pointer, they went into overtime, and Chris Bosh got the block on Danny Green, but LeBron James had some key shots in that game in order for them to win this game. And the Game 6 win tore up the Spurs to where they lost Game 7 in Miami. Let's talk about Game 1. Let me talk about what's number 1 on the list, and then I'll get out your hair. Cleveland versus Golden State, Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals. LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, Amon Shumpert, J.R. Smith, all the Tristan Thompson, all these boys, Richard Jefferson, Channing Frye, all these boys, listen to what I'm finna tell you guys, help Cleveland get their first NBA championship title. LeBron hit a three-pointer in the game. LeBron hit a free throw to win the game and win the final. But Kyrie Irving hit that jump, that three-pointer, in the face of Steph Curry to win the NBA championship. Not 73-9. The Cavaliers spoiled the season of the Golden State Warriors that year. Yes, it did happen. It absolutely happened, folks. Absolutely happened. So, with that being said, those are my LeBron James top NBA final games. If anybody else has a comment about it, let me know. Let me know what I missed, because I'm quite sure I did miss something. But until then, God bless you. God keep you. This has been an extended version of The Point of View. I gave you all of the wrestlers, men and women that African American. Then I gave you something else, a LeBron James special. So next it will be another wrestling special when I do another, special podcast as well. Until then, God bless you. God keep you. Enjoy your Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about NBA, as well as The Rock returning to SmackDown Live tomorrow, and Cody Rhodes is going to be there. What are we in for that? We'll find out tomorrow night. God bless you. God keep you. I'm out.